Hi guys, my name's Jennifer. I'm a saxophone, flute, and piano teacher. I've gotten soprano out lately just because the alto is kind of heavy for me sometimes. I play both though. I play soprano and alto, and I could play tenor too, but that's really heavy. I'm also a flute and piano player too and teacher. So today we're talking about the blues scales and the blues and how it works because we just did a BB King React video and that was really fun. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that because you definitely heard that in his music. Now, blues is usually question, question, answer. So you can do something like this. So that was kind of a da-da-da-da-da. Really simple. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. That was just me improvising. I just came up with that. So it's question, question, answer. That's a lot of the progression in the blues scale. Anyway, or the blues, I mean. So the blues scale, though, is the way to figure it out is the 1, flat 3, 4, flat 5, 5, and then flat 7. So it sounds like this. As opposed to G major scale, which sounds like this. Hear the difference? So you got that flat third in there, all the flats in there. So the chords on the piano, same thing. You kind of flat the 7th or you can flat the 3rd, whichever one. But here's a C blues scale. And you can improv on all of those. And I totally recommend students learning all of these blues scales. Now you might not use all of them. Like I think some of the ones I don't use are like B flat and stuff, because usually for saxophone we're not really in that key. Usually the singers are, but we're not. So so usually I use the ones I use the most are like G, D, A, C. I won't even use E flat really as a saxophone player. But I learned it though, just to know it, you know, because you never know. You might have a singer that's in a crazy key, right? So you never know. So I tell my students to learn all of them because usually they're on college tests and stuff like that. So it's good to know them all. Here's A. See, I feel like A is even easier because all it has is a D sharp because they already had a bunch of sharps in the scale anyway in A major. Right? But knowing scales is essential in jazz performance and blues performance as well. In fact, I would say it's essential for everything. But I always tell people when they want to learn jazz improv, scales, scales, scales. Know the majors, know the minors, know the blues scales, know the jazz scales. That's a fun pattern. That's a jazz scale. That's another jazz scale. That's kind of based off of the first one I just did. But anyways, you can use any of that to improv. I'll show you. So that was just all improv. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna record that or anything, but that was just all improv. And you can tell I purposely hit a wrong note in there. Did any of you guys hear it? I purposely did. I added an A flat in there, and that was on the G blues scale. So I purposely added an A flat, and tell me if you guys could hear it in the comments, because you could tell if you change some of the notes around, you could hear that you're not really in the blues scale anymore, right? So that could be a passing tone. Passing tones are basically just notes that work, you know, on the way up or whatever on a run. Could be a passing tone, you know, but I don't know. I don't even think it really worked as a passing tone. I was just trying to see if anyone would notice the A flat I threw in there. Tell me if you did. Tell me if you noticed it. But yeah, once you know the scales really, really well, you can improv pretty much off of any of them, really. did have an A flat in it. So that's a sorry, I almost said D major. That's a D blues scale. So that one does have an A flat in it, and that would work actually. So you could kind of, you know, do G to D and stuff like that. A lot of the blues progressions will have 1 4 1 4 flat 5 1, I believe. Anyway, so that's basically it. So I just wanted to do a little teaching tutorial today, and that's based on the blues scale. Yay! So enjoy, and thank you for liking and subscribing, and that was really fun. And next time I'll do it on the alto when my back is feeling better. Kind of heard it playing, long story. But anyways, yeah, so soprano. I figure if I can't play alto, I can play soprano right now, right? So anyways, yeah, so thank you for liking and subscribing, and see y'all soon. Thanks.